Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to be looking at the subreddit r/maliciouscompliance. So sit back, relax and enjoy some satisfying stories. You want all the output of every command mailed to you? Are you sure? Okay. A new project manager was assigned to our team, and this guy was an incredible piece of work. He was an older guy who had never worked with server-side computers before, but figured since we were all young, he knew better. At some point, we were discussing how we weren't alerted of something because the output of the program, a very verbose Java application, went to dev null, which is shorthand in the Unix world of take the output and dump it into a black hole never to be seen again. A lot of superfluous information is sent to dev null. Well, the PM said he wanted everything to be saved, and moreover, he wanted to be emailed these logs so he could go over them and point out what we missed. In the meeting, we tried to explain that this was a bad idea, but this just made him certain that we were up to something and he was going to catch us at it. So, one of the guys changed how dev null worked. He made it an alias that mailed the PM instead. Everything. Junk output, logs, you name it. This was changed on just 10 systems, and we had over 40, but it was sending the PM at least 10 to 12 emails a minute of about 4 to 5 kilobytes each. We had to set up a separate server just to queue the mail and pass it on to him. Within a few hours, his mail quota was reached. He was filing them in another folder via a filter at first, but that didn't work for long. Now he couldn't even get his real mail. He called corporate IT first, who didn't know what was going on, but assumed he was downloading huge files. It took them over 3 days to figure out, hey, this guy's getting a ton of mail from the inside. So they contacted us, and we pointed out that he requested this. So they upped his quota. It was maxed out within 20 minutes. So they upped it again and again. Finally, the PM's machine crashed because his hard drive filled up. The mail was bouncing, of course, and when it did, it logged that as well. Eventually, the email server we were using to send him, and just him, mail crashed due to lack of space. Then we changed dev null back because enough mail was queuing on that special server to send him back 1 to 2 pieces of mail every second for up to a week. Well, that project manager thought we did that deliberately to hide what we were really doing, and he brought it up to our boss for reprimands. Our boss knew what dev null was used for. He smirked at us and said, don't do that again, you guys. And then explained to the project manager that his job was to manage projects, not tell the programmers how to do their actual job. This led to a huge fight where the PM went home early sulking. Later, that project manager was transferred to our offshore team and was later fired for openly complaining about them using racial slurs. I like how he called corporate IT to try and get fixes, but in turn that just got him more mail sent. Yes, Sous chef. Once upon a time, I worked at an exciting restaurant that recently came under new management in a town not far from me. The place was kind of a hipster den. The food and service were excellent, so we got plenty of normal folks as well. Something like 300 covers a night when I first started, to nearly 750 a night when I left. Below the executive chef and executive sous chef was the sous chef. We'll call him John. John was kind of overbearing. He had been in the industry for almost 50 years and was having none of your crap. This unfortunately meant that your crap was any contradiction to the things he was saying. He was insightful at times and at others an absolute joy to work with. He had also gotten into a shouting match with one of the maitre d's over some BS which led to the maitre d' resigning and leaving front of house kind of screwed. We are particularly busy one night. A lot of new menu changes have been set up the days prior, and our customer base is excited to try them. I myself work at the pantry station, like a goddamn rock star, as my former boss, the EC, told it. It's an odd setup for a pantry station, as I not only take care of salads, but also making tacos and toasting grilled cheese sandwiches on a flat top behind me. My station would also be pancakes/French toast during brunch. Well, being a goddamn rockstar only gets you so far at 600 plus covers. So I'm weeded with about 12 tickets for this, that and the other. John sees I need help and heads over to assist. Great, I could use it about now. Sadly, John does not know the plating for the new menu on Pantry. While making other items, I am walking him through the setup of our beet salad. Roast red beets, goat cheese, baby green tossed in a mustard thyme vinaigrette, absolute banger. We're both now making the same salad, but apparently doing it different ways. John notices this and asks, why? This is how I've been doing it. I tried to explain that you did a bad job of explaining, and now we've got two different salad plates. Alright John, we'll do it your way from now on. It looks good. Don't call me John, I'm not your friend. Up until this point, we were on a first name basis, as was the case with the executive sous chef, but hey, sure, let's go with that. Okay, if you say so, sous chef. John cringes. Needed elsewhere, he leaves the pantry. For the next 3 days, whenever I need him for something, it was always, hey sous chef, or sous chef, I have a question. Apparently, he did not like being referred to by his title as much as he thought he would. After a week, I came in for my shift as usual. Hey sous chef, it's John. It sure is. How's your day? But sous chef, you wanted to be called sous chef. I don't want to call you John, that's disrespectful. You want me to follow policy? Okay, I'll glitch your phone out of existence with my shampoo obsession. Backstory. I'm in the care system. It doesn't particularly matter why, but after losing 6 foster families due to poor matching and shortage in carers, I finally refused to have another foster carer 3 years ago. She decided she just didn't want me anymore, and that was the final straw for me. Because I refused to go to another carer, I have been living in a weird residential program for the last 3 years. It's a nice house with just me because I don't live well with other kids, and have carers on shifts, day and night. This program was designed as a short-term respite for kids before they go on to their next placement, for tops of a few months. Obviously, I have been here much longer whilst they figure out what to do with me. Due to the short-term design, the policies are really poorly designed, from them not allowing me a therapy animal, currently fighting against, and even breaking my legal right to privacy by forcing me to get changed with my door open. No longer a policy. Shocking. I have always hated these policies, and being one of the eldest kids in the program, some of them are downright insulting, like not letting me watch M movies when I turned 13, I'm almost 16 now, and not letting me sit in the front seat of a car. Recently, they did a redesign of the policies surrounding chemicals within the household. This was problematic for me as an artist. I had to convince them that it was indeed necessary to have a turpentine in my art room. One of the additions they made was that we could only use certain brands of things, including shampoo and body wash. Being the true negotiators they are, they decided that as a 16-year-old girl, I shouldn't be forced to use the shampoo they forced us to buy. Gee, thanks. As such, during a meeting in my house, the team leader told me that if I wanted to use any body product, shampoo, makeup, perfume, toothpaste, deodorant, etc., I had to send them a photo and name so they could add it to the allowed products list. The following conversation ensued. Not exactly, but close enough. The team leader said, "Unfortunately, we will need you to take a photo of all the products you own and send it through so I can add it to the list." But I have a lot of stuff. Do I really need to? Yes, they smile slightly condescendingly. But it's going to take me like an hour to take a photo of everything. Do I have to do this every time I buy something new? Yes, unless you buy it with your own money, you need to send it through. To clarify, you want me to send a photo of everything. I have a lot of stuff. Yes, as per the policy, if you want to use chosen products, we have to have it in the system. Now, here's the thing about me. I have germ phobia. I use my own dish gloves, scrub brush, and dish soap. I only use certain mugs in the house and won't allow others to touch my dish brush. If they do, I buy a new one. One of the problems with this is that at a certain point, a shampoo or soap won't make me feel clean enough. It's irrational, but I can't help it. Once I don't think a certain thing isn't working, I need a new replacement. I hate waste, however, so I always keep the half-full bottles in containers. Don't judge me too much, I'm getting help. My point is, when I told the team leader I had a lot of stuff, I meant a lot. An unbearable amount. On my shower floor alone, I have 16 bottles spread out over 8 kinds of different shampoos, 7 body washes, 12 conditioners, 5 bars of soap in the container, plus 3 different face washes. A bottle of antiseptic shampoo, 4 shave foams and 2 razors. This is only what is on my shower floor. I'm not proud of it. One last time, I asked the team leader if she was positive I needed to do this. I warned her that I truly had a lot of things, and it was kind of an invasion of my privacy. The response text. "Hi OP, I'm afraid per the policy that we will still need photos of each product with labels clearly visible, so please refrain from grouping the products in the photos. Cheers, team leader." Okay, malicious compliance engaged. Over the course of 2 hours, I pulled out every product I owned. A full inventory would take too long, but some highlights were 23 kinds of shampoo, 14 deodorants, 27 kinds of conditioner, 19 different bars of soap, and 8 toothpastes. Yes, I am aware I have a problem. This was only what they bought with their money, and I left out the majority of products. Next, I took very carefully shot photos of each product, front and back, making sure no other products were grouped together. I mean, we couldn't have Heads and Shoulders Glossy mixed with Head and Shoulders Repairing and Hydrating now, could we? That would be a clear violation of policy. Overall, I took photos of over 400 products. Remember, she wanted makeup, body washes, everything. I didn't end up sending photos of everything. I think I took enough to get my point across though. I don't have Wi-Fi in this house, by the way, so I had to use what little mobile data I had to send these. My phone is a Samsung Galaxy, but it is slightly older model, and was already starting to glitch out due to low storage space. It took another half an hour to get it to load properly, and then I sent it through. Every last one. Now, no offense to Apple users, but Apple is well known for problems regarding updates of older phones. Namely, they don't. So whilst my phone's CPU overheated but continued to work okay, the team leader's work phone, an iPhone 5 something, couldn't quite handle the stress of a direct download of several hundred photos. I don't blame myself for this, because she saved too much to the phone already, and she chose to click the download attachment button. In short, her phone broke. Badly. I can't explain what exactly happened because I don't know, but I guess the phone just couldn't process the size of the files. I didn't hear back for a few days, and when I did, it was a very curt email. OP, we were unaware of the amount of products you own. As such, we have decided to ignore it. You can disregard the policy change and we will pretend we never knew. Thank you. Quick point to make, the team leader is honestly a really cool lady and can take a joke. If it had been her boss, I would have been screwed, but team leader was able to see the humor and as was her colleague. So they decided to just pretend it never happened and never tell their boss. I don't know how she explained the phone problem, but she got a new work phone regardless. Maybe not the best result, but it was my first malicious compliance and I'm pretty proud of myself. I did warn her, and I did force myself to get rid of some of the products though. That is a lot of products. I think the worst thing for me would just be trying to get into the shower.
Hey everyone, I hope you all had a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now or check out the playlist down below. If you enjoyed that video, then please do leave a like. And if you want to submit your own stories, then you can do so by joining the Discord in the top link in the description. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon.